Welcome to JK Games, a gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode,
or you like a good challenge,
this is a show where we will try to level up your gaming knowledge.
Welcome. May the 4th be with you.
You were going definitely for a Star Wars intro. You know what I was about to do?
What?
I was about to sing Country Adele, you know?
Do it.
It's been on my mind. Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet. I don't know how much I can sing of this song before it's illegal.
Jerica,
I think that's a rule.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, now that we're Twitch affiliates now.
Can't maybe say that. Or sing that.
Can't.
I don't know if
get checked.
Does it work? Does it work adding the accent? Does that sort of protect me? Like, is that like an original?
I think that protects
version
the
of the
royalties.
song?
Yeah, you know,
Okay,
it's your own
I don't
spin.
know. Anyways, it's our own spin. But yeah, regardless, the bearded bug in the house. It's Star Wars Day, not Adele, Country Adele Day.
Empire Strikes Back. You know, I'm feeling festive. Jerica can't show her festivities.
I can't, because you know why, Kayla?
Why?
She knows why. My undies, me undies, which were not sponsored, but maybe one day. I'm wearing my Star Wars me undies. I actually have a few pairs that are Star Wars themes. One is Grogu, or
adorable
Baby Yoda, as known to the general audience, I believe. And then I just have some generics, like stormtroopers and lightsabers and stuff. Technically, also have the MeUndies onesie.
Ooh.
Has lightsabers all over it. Very comfortable.
Nice.
I like to
free promo.
Just go free underneath it, if you know what I'm saying. Feels really good on the skin.
Well, if you're new here, my name is Kayla. I'm one of your hosts.
And I'm Jerica, your other host, and definitely not sponsored by MeUndies, but I can tell you they are very soft on your skin. So
that's amazing.
And yeah, May the 4th be with you. We're coming to you live on the day, the evening of. And if you're obviously listening on your podcast later, hey, hope you had a great Star Wars Day.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not too much happening. Kind of crickets in the way of news today, unfortunately. Jerica, I know you said you hadn't had time to look, but not a whole lot going on. I expected more, you know? But
yeah, I hopped on Twitter just to like get at a glance. I didn't see anything. You know, I was obviously, this is a video game podcast. We get to talk about the fun, like movies and TV shows we're watching sometimes. But ultimately we didn't get any Fallen Order. I was hoping to get some new Fallen Order 2 or whatever they're working on next at Respawn, some news there. But it looks like they are still holding on to that, maybe closer to the summer or, about that E3 time.
Yeah,
so,
unfortunately.
Didn't happen today.
We did get, as far as TV goes, we got like a new trailer for, and I'm a big fan of the Star Wars TV shows. We got a trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which looks really good. Y'all let me know if y'all are in the chat and you know what date that comes out. Let me know. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I think it's fairly soon. But it looks good.
I just saw the date. It's close.
It is.
I can't remember it, but I was like, ooh, it's close, but still too far away for me because I'm ready to watch it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good. From it.
It's gonna be good.
I'm really interested to see, like, I forget how many years later does it take. It's pretty close to like after technically the third movie in the chronological order, correct?
I think so, yeah. I remember that being the case. I don't know exactly what the timeline is. I'm going to look up the release date really quick. Kenobi show release date.
Well, regardless, Mr. McGregor looks great. He looks just like an older Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So, a little older.
May 27th. So, this month.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Like I said, it's close, but it's at the end of the month. So that to me is too far away.
That's understandable. But maybe at that time, less stuff will be going on to like have. You've been on Ozark.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I accidentally nudged my electric desk, and I was like, earthquake. No, I just hit a button, and my desk moved. Oh, there we go again. I got an electric desk.
Gotta raise it up.
Threw me off. Yes, I've been binging I binged the heck out of Ozark. won't give any spoilers away for that either. And, you know, it's not really on topic. It's a show that we watch, but it's not like nothing to do with video games or anything nerdy, I guess. It's about crime and money laundering.
Hey, that's
and,
all right. I haven't actually ever watched it, but I know that
it's so good. I'm such a big Ruth fan. If you ever start watching it, Ruth is my favorite character.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ending, I'll just say, you just sort of left me wanting more again. That's how they always do, though. It's hard to wrap up a series. It truly is. Like, I admire any writer that tries to tell, you know, an incredible story, and then, like, honestly, you just have to wrap it up somehow.
Was this the end of it all?
Yeah, it was it.
Wow.
That was it. Yeah. Series finale.
Dang.
Oh, yeah.
That's
so,
crazy.
Kayla, you should watch it sometime.
I definitely have it on my list.
What you think? Yeah.
Because it seems like something
it's addicting.
Okay.
It's addicting.
Right now, what am I watching right now? I'm not really watching anything new lately. Speaking of... Yes,
I have one other thing I've been watching. If you're a Lost fan, I don't know if anybody's... not that anyone from the show Lost is tied, actors or writers or directors. I don't think anyone technically... I haven't really dug... Not that I'm aware of. No one's tied to Lost as... to this new show that I'm watching, but it's definitely got the same vibes of mystery and just like what the heck's going on. Like that's pretty much all of Lost. But if you like that kind of stuff, you should definitely check out Outer Range on Amazon Prime. Started that. I think they're like 4 or 5 episodes in. They drop 2 each week. It's got Thanos in it. You know, he's on a farm.
Whoa, that's weird.
I always forget the actor's real name. Josh. Is it?
Josh Rogan? Is that it?
Yeah, is that it?
I don't know. That sounds right.
Somebody in the really
chat
close.
Let us know.
We just say Thanos. I think someone in our fantasy league chat said Thanos on a farm. Like, yeah, it's pretty much. There's some other mysteries there. You can add Thanos on a farm plus this mystery thing. That's very interesting. But the show's really good. I started that. So if you like Lost and like that weird stuff, you'll like this show.
Okay, cool. That's on my list because somebody had told me about it. But I'm having to pause and figure this out really quick because I think Zoom's trying to cut us off.
Why?
Yeah, you remember?
It is. What the heck's happening?
I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna fix it in the meantime.
Time is ticking and we're gonna explode.
Yeah, I got it. I'm figuring it out.
Super Cooper says it's Josh Brolin. What'd you say?
Rogan.
We got the Ulin at the end, so I just call him Thanos. And also, like, watching him, like, I can't really recall any movies or TV shows I've watched with Josh Brolin in it. But I remember there was, like, some word on the street that he could be, like, Joel in the TV show for The Last of Us. And I think he may be a little too old for Joel, like, early Joel, like, in the first game.
Yeah.
But listening to him on this show, though, I was like, yeah, he could definitely, he could pull off a Joel for sure.
Ooh, okay. We already got our Joel.
We do, but I'm just like, well, you know, he would also have done a good job, but I think he might be aged just a tad. And also, it's just Thanos. That's all I'll ever know him as now, Thanos.
It's true. Well, if you're new here, let's go ahead and go over our quick little loadout before we get started. We got a good bit of things to cover today.
Did you figure out the time bomb that we have ticking above our heads so that no one else can see, but we can?
Here, wait, let's do this first. Stall for me, and I will fix it. I've almost got it.
I'm just going to I'll go ahead and start about a little bit what I've been playing before you go into housekeeping. Yeah. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Because it's not that big of a deal, and it's something I talk about all the time. But Destiny is what I play most of the time. When I have time lately, it is dedicated to Destiny, because there's always something new in Destiny. And when I say something new came this week. It's called the Guardian games.
I saw that. I was going to ask you about it.
It's basically like this little event. It's every year. I forget how long it lasts, but essentially you can pick up new bounties and you do all the same like activities, but these activities will actually grant you little medals or laurels that you can use to basically submit, because there's 3 I'm rambling now. There's 3 classes in Destiny. You can play as a warlock,
I need you
hunter,
to
or Warlock, hunter, or a titan. I have played as a hunter originally, but now I play as a titan. I really enjoy playing as a titan. So I'm a titan main, as they say. So reason you needed to know that is because in the Guardian games, you are basically trying to do all these activities as much as you can and deposit these tokens that you get from completing activities into the for example, I'm depositing them into the Titan side because it's a race. Okay, that's why it's called the Guardian Games. So it's against all the classes. All the Titans are working together. All the hunters are working together. All the warlocks were working together to say, "Hey, I'm the best class in the Guardian Games."
Okay.
So that's what is happening in Destiny right now. There's some cool new gear that you can buy or use your Bright Dust to acquire. Of course, I've spent real money on more digital things in Destiny. But the new gear for this, they always have like a new set for the year. So this year's gear is really cool.
Nice.
I would share a picture. I might be able to do that at some point.
I think you post something on Instagram? Or is that not what
I did. No, that's
okay.
it. But I'm like, it's not like a full body shot, if we're trying to see the whole armor here. Let me I did send a picture to myself.
Nice.
And I might be able to see it on the camera here.
I fixed it, by the way. No ticking time bomb.
Oh, nice. Eventually I would stop rambling, maybe.
No, it's fine. That's what we're here for.
I'm pretty good at rambling. Okay, so I'm pulling up a picture of my Titan. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this on here. Yeah, not well.
Oh no, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. You should post a picture full body.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely I'll post the full body shot here in a minute. And I just turned really orange. Okay, there we go. The lighting already in here is a little orange, so I apologize for that.
It's okay.
Okay, the camera adjusted. We're good. Yeah. So Guardian Games is happening. I'm gonna hopefully help the Titans win. Probably not, because I think the Hunters have won every year. So
what class is Audrey?
She's a hunter, of course. Yeah. They're fast and sneaky, and that's how they beat us every time. And warlocks are just fancy space wizards. So
that's gotta be interesting dynamic. You two on opposite ends.
Oh, yeah. Well, we could still, participate. It's a great question or, thought, because we still participate and do the activities together, but we are also contributing to our own classes, pool of tokens.
Yeah.
And, in the middle of the tower right now, which is the local space where you can go and gather, there's, 3 banners, and it's adjusted to who's winning. So right now, the warlocks are winning. Well, yesterday, the warlocks were winning, so they all get adjusted as you put your tokens in. It's not always moving, I guess, so because so many people are playing at once, but it'll change throughout the day, showing you who's winning.
Nice.
So it's cool. It's fun. I love stuff like this. It's such a cool thing. That's why I love Destiny so much. There's just
there's so much.
There's always a festival or cool event happening that encourages you to play, which just fuels my addiction.
They know how to keep you involved, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's really neat.
It's pretty cool.
Really quick before we move on, so you don't forget about our socials, folks. You may have heard us earlier mention, but we are now, we're still brand new to this, but it is a cool milestone. We're now considered Twitch affiliates, which is super cool. If you don't already watch us live on Twitch, you should. It's fun. You get to interact with the podcast as we talk and everything. So that is just JK Games Podcast, which is actually our Instagram and our Twitter as well. If you want to follow us there and you don't already, that's where we always announce where we're going live. We post clips there every now and then. I'm trying to stream more games that I play. Okay, hear me out. We're going to talk about this later. But I tried to stream some Overwatch 2, so I apologize for anybody who tried to watch that. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if they're just because it's a beta, maybe they're not. Maybe that's why the quality wasn't as good, because I thought I got it down pat with my frame rate and everything with my setup that I have now, because I had streamed previously and it worked out totally fine. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to tweak a few things to see what happens. But I did actually record a video if you want to see video footage of what I've played of Overwatch 2. I tried out a lot of the new characters, gave kind of my first impressions, but I'm going to go more into detail today in our expert mode. That's on our YouTube. Okay. If you don't follow us there, it's just JK Games Podcast. And
Got
of course,
lots of information, things for you to look at now.
We got all the
I don't know. I'm still singing. I don't know why.
Load out. Doot, 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 doot. Email us if you would like, jkgamespodcast@gmail.com. That's a good place to reach us if you have any suggestions or anything, or you can message us on Instagram. We're always there. We have a TikTok now. I don't really use it that much, but it's there.
Like, oh yeah, we do. I don't manage any of that, so thank you, Kayla, for doing that.
I'm trying to really reach out to the Gen Zs we have, Oh, hey, Late from Lunch, what's up? Late from Lunch said, Kayla, have you played Destiny 2? Yes, but I have not played in like 2 years. I played around when it first came out, and I jumped back on. I own it, and I should play it on my PC. I have not tried it on PC yet. I'm a little afraid. I'm gonna fall down.
You'd be fine. As long as you're not playing Crucible, you'll be fine.
Okay. I did play Crucible when I was on it before, and I really liked it.
Yeah, Crucible's fun. It's just it's a challenge.
And then the Bearded Bug said, I wish my PC ran Destiny 2. That's sad. Understand, though. PC prices are going down. It's time. Yeah.
I mean, you can play it on Stadia.
That's true.
It's a joke. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it.
That's true. Probably not the best idea.
Can you do it? Can you still get Stadia? I don't even know. Like, how's that doing?
Let us know in the chat. How's it doing?
How's Stadia doing?
So yeah, that's all for our loadout, kind of our little housekeeping piece. Nothing really else new going on, but if you ever want to know what we're doing, you can always follow us on Instagram. Lately we have been more on we weren't on last week because we had some scheduling conflicts, but we're either doing every week or every other week, just depends on our schedule. But we are doing live episodes every time now, and they will be up on YouTube after the fact. So definitely check us out there. So let's go ahead and get into our question of the week really quickly.
Woo! Question of the week.
She's singing. She's singing.
Yep.
We used to do this a lot.
What?
We used to have like a question that correlated with the episode where we would talk about it. But honestly, a lot of our episodes have been pretty action-packed with like news and stuff. So we haven't really had time to ask this question of the week. But I figured in celebration of May 4th, let's ask a Star Wars question. Let's see what everyone's favorite Star Wars game is. And if you guys are watching us live on Twitch, let us know in the chat, what's your favorite Star Wars game? Definitely let us know, and we'll read them out loud and discuss if we've played them. So I'm going to go to Instagram first. From PSCH Wag. Cywag. We have Knights of the Old Republic. It's a great one. Jerica, did you play Knights of the Old Republic?
I did. Can't wait for the remake.
I was going to say,
go.
yeah.
Let's go.
I don't remember when that's supposed to happen, but they did announce it.
It's work. I think it's pretty far off, but it is happening. So
cool. And then we have, from Play Along Pod, which they are a great podcast if you're interested in listening to them. They said, OG Battlefront 1 and 2 are great, but love myself some Fallen Order. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. And then we have another one from Doruk EV Sim. I think that's how you say their name. I apologize. Also said Knights of the Old Republic. That's a really good option. So that is our Instagram responses. And then really quick on our Twitter, we had a couple responses as well from Matt from Ree. Said Fallen Order. Force Unleashed is a close second. So Force Unleashed is one of my favorites. I have a lot of memories of that one. Then we have the Unlockables podcast. Yes.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt, but we had such a great episode with your brother surrounding that, and maybe we should make that happen again one day.
Yes. I was going to ask him to come on tonight, but he had plans. But
dang.
Yes.
Okay, we'll revisit that topic because it was so interesting. It's such a good episode, but something happened. I don't even remember now, but something broke.
It was when we were still doing it in person, and something happened with our recording equipment.
Yeah.
But hey, we were still very new at this point, so we'll definitely redo it. We went way into like Star Wars game lore, and so we can definitely revisit that for sure. Really quick in our Twitch chat, we have Late from Lunch said Knights of the Old Republic 1 is the best. And then the Bearded Bug said 2 answers, tabletop Star Wars Destiny. for like a tabletop game. And then console Battlefront 2.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever played any of the like tabletop games. That's interesting. But yeah, the Unlockables podcast on Twitter said Battlefront 2 for the PS2. That one's really good.
Gotten some love.
DFN Smitty said Fallen Order. And then Brian Sharp said definitely Jedi Fallen Order, followed closely by Shadows of the Empire. That's a new one that I hadn't heard. I don't think I've played that one.
I haven't played it.
What did you say,
I will
Jerica?
say, I was like thinking, going through or listening to all these answers, it made me think of, I forgot what it's like pod racing. Is pod racing for the, it was for Nintendo 64. It's old. I remember that might have been one of the most fun games I ever played, like on my Nintendo 64, without like mentioning like Pokemon Snap and some other various great Zelda games. But I will say I played the heck out of whatever pod racing game was for the N64. So let me look this up real quick because I'm sure that's been remade or something. Is there any new? I just had an urge because like when I play Destiny, when you hop on your Sparrow, which is your in-game like vehicle, it reminds me so much of a Can you see it?
No.
It's hard to see on the screen.
Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I don't know if this is gonna work. No, it's not. Nope.
It looks like a white box.
Nope.
Dang it.
One day we'll get better at putting it on screen.
If you're in the chat and around my age, you probably played it and had a great time playing it, because I know I did. That was a fun game. Kayla, I need to see if they've like remade that or if anyone's like made a similar game with like better graphics. There's a arcade version of the pod racing game. No, did not know that, but I am definitely gonna check it out as soon as I get off this.
I'm sure there's an emulator
thing that I'm doing. That's cool.
It has a full cockpit and everything.
What? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Pod racing.
They released
that gets me going. Pod racing.
Jerica, guess what? Late from Lunch said they released Episode 1 Racer on Switch last year, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm about to take a gander. Do I have to sign up for the Nintendo subscription? I feel like I finally got that canceled because I wasn't using it. Probably have to pay for something now, but or can I just download it? I don't know. I'm not asking you to give me all these answers. I'm thinking out loud. That's me thinking. But don't feel like you have to go get the answers. I can look it up.
Okay. You played Squadrons too, didn't you? Did you like that?
I'm sure I have. Like, for some reason, it's not ringing a bell. Like, I played so many Star Wars games when I was a teenager.
Squadrons is newer. That's the one that came out.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's like the simulator, the flight simulator. Yeah, I played a lot of that, actually. God, how could I forget?
Oh, it's okay.
It's fun. I got a joystick so I could play it. It's cool. Like, it's a real like flight simulator.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be able to fly a plane sort of to play it. So
it's interesting.
I like playing with the joystick. It makes me feel like I'm actually in it. It's like I think it's available for VR too.
Ooh,
I need to check.
I
need to see how that feels. Probably gonna throw up, but
quote
it's worth the fun. It's worth the fun.
I'm trying to think for my easy mode. Also, I totally forgot, if you guys are listening for your first time, this is how we split up our episodes. This one's a little bit more chaotic because we had had an issue with our Zoom that I had to fix, so I needed Jerica to stall for me. But normally
we actually had a ticking bomb. Like, it had a timer, and I was like, great, we are about to explode.
I think Zoom changed their because normally if it's just like 2 people, you can go indefinitely without like having a subscription, and I think that changed. I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter.
We'll figure it out. If anything, we'll just go back to Discord and maybe we won't have any problems.
Doesn't matter.
We have issues with Discord sometimes.
Yes. But we usually lay out our episodes in 3 different modes, just like a video game. We have easy mode, where we talk about what we've been playing, which is what we're doing now, what we've been watching, insert whatever nerdy thing we're doing here. And then we have our normal mode, where we talk about news, which is what we're about to get to in a little bit. And then we have expert mode, which is just whatever main topic we're discussing that week. Sometimes our main topic is a news bit. Sometimes it's, a weird random food as video games, which we need to do again because that's always fun.
We need to do that. Yeah.
Or just, like one time we did like a make your own sim game, which was fun. That's actually going to come up later in a bit of news. Just weird stuff sometimes. But as far as what I've been playing, so my version of the easy mode, I've not been playing much besides what we're actually going to touch on later in our expert mode, which is Overwatch 2 beta that actually released the other day. I will discuss that more in depth later. You have to wait till later in the podcast to hear about that.
That was magical.
What else? I feel like there was something else. Oh, I've been weirdly a 12-year-old boy lately.
What?
Yes. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite. Surprisingly, I don't remember if I've talked about this on the last podcast, but they made a new mode in Fortnite where there's no building. So no builds. Aw, Hurricane Tron, thanks for the bits. We got some bits. I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, we don't know how Twitch works. I feel better. I have an excuse. Kayla does it because I feel like, I'm, a little older. So I'm like,
gosh,
cool.
not much.
I will say, though, I don't know what the bits mean, but thank you so much. Yeah, may the 4th be with you as well.
Yes.
Give us all the bits. I love taking the bits.
I
love the bits of... Whenever Audrey leaves bits of anything, I love to eat them. She doesn't eat the crunchy bits ever on her pizza crust, so... It's me all the time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. We're going to eventually have some sort of emote thing. I know that's a part of now something that we get. So just stay with us through this journey. We don't know what we're doing. We're just
I don't know what we're doing.
We're just here to have a good time. Anyways, so I have been playing Fortnite. Sounds strange to say. I played it when it first came out, but now I'm really intrigued by this mode. I've been streaming it some if you're interested in watching. I feel like it's kind of fun to stream, especially when we have like a full group. Jerica needs to play with us sometime.
I know, I'm ready. I downloaded it.
Yeah.
You just gotta tell me when, hopefully I'm free. I'll hop on.
I haven't been playing a lot of games lately. I have a lot of plans, things I want to play. Oh my gosh, my backlog of Doom, Jerica. It's rough out
We
here.
talk about it every episode. It's just, maybe we should just maybe we should be able to have like an episode where we talk about a backlog of Doom and we can like trim some fat. Like what's something we're never going to get back to? Let's just be honest with ourselves.
Oh, we should do that. We should have a real honesty episode,
Yeah, like, are you actually going to finish this? Okay.
Aw, thanks. Hurricane Tron said, love what you guys do. Aw, that's so nice.
We're doing it when we can, and we appreciate you.
That's very
Thank
sweet.
you.
Yeah, so it's been fun. I've actually been surprised that I'm pretty good at it. I think without the building aspect, because what's funny is one of our friends late from lunch was talking because we've been playing with him some, and he was like, 1 minute you'll turn around, there's a freaking condo behind you as you're playing a first-person shooter that built a whole
I know,
house. Right? And so it makes it kind of like, it's kind of, that aspect I think could be fun if you're good at it. I'm just not good at those mechanics, so I'm used to the shooter aspect. And it's actually not first person, it's third person, which is weird for me because I don't normally do that. Destiny is third person, or is it first person?
First person. Unless you're wielding a sword or in a vehicle, it goes in and out for those things.
So yeah, I've been playing that. I hopped back onto Apex a little bit. Really haven't. I haven't dove as much into my next like story-based game. Normally, I like to only play like one story-based game at a time, except I had to put Horizon on the back burner a little bit. I know I talked to you about this, Jerica, a little bit last week, or 2 weeks ago when you talked about Horizon, because Jerica actually finished Horizon Forbidden West.
Can't believe it.
She gave her like mostly spoiler-free, like if you are like slight spoilers for the like on our last episode. But if you want like her like review, you should go check that out.
It was a great game.
Yes.
But I have more thoughts.
Yes.
You should listen to that episode.
You should. Hurricane Tron said #Apex for life, #Horizon for life. Freaking love Horizon.
Also, like, if you notice I'm like biting my lip, Kayla, just a little update. I chewed some gum the other day and bit my lip like 3 times right here. Oh. I don't know, see it. Yeah, you see it? It's like torn.
Wow.
And then today, while I was eating an apple, I guess something slipped and I bit it again. So it's been bitten I don't know how many times you've ever just bitten the same spot in your lip. It's sort of messing with me.
Oh man.
Did I tell you about that the other day?
No.
I was like, I had like a piece of skin like flying like. I feel like it's legs. Like if it's on a flagpole or something, like just blowing in the wind. Like, and it's still there, and it's even longer now. So now I'm just like chewing on this piece of skin.
Did you have braces growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever get the bad ulcers?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is that what it reminds you of?
You have to like put yes, it's very similar. It's like I have chewed the crap out of this part of my lip.
Dang, I'm sorry. Don't eat anything salty.
So if you see me doing this, like, or I'm doing something weird with my mouth, that's why. So.
Wow. I'm so sorry you've been through this.
Yeah.
But yeah, the braces, the ulcers sucked so bad. And the bands, did you have to do the bands too?
Had to do the bands, and I remember getting this little like soft like gel, or what is it, like some kind of mold that you put on the braces so it did like hurt your lips as much,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like the protector seal.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
That felt so good.
I still have a permanent retainer in my mouth. Like in the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Shut up.
I don't know if you can see it. That's weird to open my mouth.
That's cool. No, there you go. Like that's
for free, folks.
That's for free. You get all this for free, what you're witnessing. The inside of my lip.
Unless you sub, you know.
Hey, you might see the other side.
Oh,
I just showed it, so I guess.
For free.
For free.
That's what I've been playing. Nothing new, really. My next goal is to play through the remastered Life is Strange, the first one. I started it, but I really haven't gotten to play much, unfortunately. I want to, though. It's on my list. What?
I'm still laughing about them stupid. I'm just like, why did I talk about my lip for like 5 minutes? Why did I talk about it? I didn't need to bring that up.
Jerka. It's because, you know. Oh, wait, hold on. Late from Lunch said orthopedic only fans.
Hey, there's an audience for everything, okay?
The
like,
permatainer.
Shoot, if I knew I could get what?
He said orthopedic. That's not right. Orthodontic.
I could do the orthopedic thing. Oh, sign me up. If anyone could stretch me, show me some stretches, pop some bones. That's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to do it.
I need my bones popped. You know? Anywho, moving on.
Okay.
Life is Strange, I was saying. I'm going to play that eventually. It's on my list. I might play it on live. We'll see. And maybe you guys can help me make decisions. We'll see.
So you started it? What?
I did start it, but like barely.
Okay.
I need to dive further into it. That's all on my list while I'm taking a break from Horizon just because it's so much game. I feel like I just need a little bit of a break. I'm really enjoying it, but it's fun. I'm taking a minute.
It's fun, but it is a journey. I mean, you are going across California or to California from like somewhere.
Yeah.
In like the Northeast, I would assume. So it's a lot of walking for old Aloy.
It is, yes. But I really liked your insight on our last episode, so you guys should check that out if you're interested. Let's move into our bit of news that we have. We have a little bit of news. News.
Yeah, Kayla. Hey, you want to kick us off with the first bit of news, and I'll do the next one?
Yeah, so we have Xbox showcases coming up soon in June. Don't know if there's an exact date. I just see June here. You guys let us know if you know. Do you know, Jerica?
Nope, I don't. Okay. I don't. I think there is a number tied to it, because I remember looking on the calendar and being like, I'd like to be free maybe this day. I don't know. Because I like to be able to watch this one live.
Yeah, so. I mean, there's usually a good bit of news. Which, speaking of, let's see what people are saying is supposed to happen. This is on Screen Rant, which is where I got this from, by Preston Pearl. So E3 2022 may no longer be happening, which is crazy. But Xbox and Bethesda still have a showcase planned for June. So
June 12th, by the way. June 12th.
So Microsoft announced that Xbox and Bethesda will host a showcase together this summer to update players on the studio's upcoming Starfield, a new space-set RPG that has been likened to Skyrim. No, Jerica, you're excited for that one. Yeah. Skirts
I just love space. I just love... my skirt is waving a little bit. It's not blown up yet because we haven't seen anything.
Okay. But we're supposed to, it seems like.
I'm excited.
So
I'm excited for it.
Fans can also expect to see news regarding other Xbox and Bethesda projects in the works. Its June date also hints that Xbox Showcase could be an E3 replacement, beginning a new annual tradition. Microsoft's Xbox is having a best ever non-holiday sales quarter leading up to the summer showcase with Bethesda. Let me see if there's anything else in here. Starfield is set to be the front and center at the 2022 Summer Showcase, but that doesn't mean it'll be the only game talked about. I highly doubt it. I think there's definitely going to be more there.
I'm trying to think of everything that's been mentioned in the past for Xbox, and like they've bought all these studios, so. And I feel like it's been a couple of years, maybe even longer, that they have announced all these game studios that they've acquired. And hopefully we're going to start seeing more and more of like some new trailers. I'm hoping maybe a new little thing for Fable would be nice. I still feel like that might be like that. I would love for it to be a next year game. But I think Hellblade 2, we'll probably see a little bit more of that because we actually got gameplay from that at the Game Awards this last year. So I'm hoping to see more of Hellblade.
Yes.
I think that's probably, and I don't know if you had more to read, and I'm just jumping ahead here.
No, I wanted to hear your thoughts too. But Hurricane Tron in the chat did mention Redfall, which is also,
I forget about Redfall. Okay,
it's also on here. It's one of my fantasy gaming league picks because I think it's going to do well.
We haven't seen any gameplay from that. I think there was just a cinematic trailer.
I don't think so. Yeah, Redfall is another Bethesda title that could get a launch this year. It's a no-brainer that it'll get a big feature.
I could see that being this year.
In the announcement trailer uploaded to Bethesda's YouTube channel back in June of 2021, Redfall's co-op looked better than Left 4 Dead, apparently. And it's presented a lot of interesting game mechanics. At the end of the trailer, it just said summer of 2022. But there wasn't any indication of what that meant. Now, given the knowledge of the 2022 Summer Showcase for Xbox and Bethesda, it's probably pointing to this event, not necessarily a launch date. Which is a good point.
Okay. That makes sense. What about Avowed? It's actually, I forgot about Avowed. We saw, I think, a little snippet from another showcase. I guess, last year. It's the new game from Obsidian. So that's like Fallout New Vegas people. Yeah. So, and then Outer Worlds.
Nice.
So it's a new that maybe we see more of that. Is that coming this year? I don't know. So we get sort of like road mapping Xbox here. We had Halo Infinite come out. Mm-hmm. Finally.
Was that this year?
Last year.
Okay.
It was last year.
Yeah. Time is weird.
Time is weird. I don't think Xbox has had anything since. So we'll probably hopefully see more Hellblade. I'd love to get a date on Hellblade. Let's go. I don't think it'll be this year, but I think Starfield is going to be it for them this year. Maybe Redfall. Yeah. I'd love to. I would love to see some Fable. Like, I want to see another trailer. They have already announced they're working on it. It might be still too soon. It might be next year where we sort of see the showcase focus on Fable, because that's going to be a really big game for them. But also, it's probably about time, and I'm pretty safe to assume that we'll get like a Gears of War. Thank you. Next Gears of War game.
That would be cool too. I think there's a lot of options for sure.
Forget about Perfect Dark Zero. That's good. I don't know how. I feel like that there was some stuff happening with that studio and that development. I don't know what's happening. Who knows? I haven't heard a peep out of that. I don't think we hear anything about that this year. So
I think there's a lot of exciting things even if we don't.
And then of course Starfield. I think Starfield's going to take the center stage for them this year, and I just think it's interesting. I guess they're really, obviously with Bethesda, they usually wait until like they are ready to put out this game before they show anything. And that's what they did with Fallout. Like, it came out a few months later when they finally announced it and showed like so much of it. So I guess that's what they're probably planning with Starfield, because all we've had is that cinematic trailer.
It has a date, I think, right?
Yeah, it does. It's November 11th. I think it's 11/11.
Oh, cool.
Right? Is that what the thing was? It was something cute like that,
It is.
Play with the dates.
That's still a good bit of time. Hurricane Tron said Starfield better be amazing or I'll cry. Yes, I get that. Mm-hmm. Relatable.
I think they've been working on it for a while, and they know. Hopefully, they listen to some of the Fallout 4. Like Fallout 4, great game. Played a little bit. I never beat it. It was another. I don't know why. I just expect something to be a little bit more innovative when it comes to a Bethesda game. I hope they work out some kinks. It's like there is like a thing that I like about Bethesda games, and then a thing that I don't. Like when it comes to Fallout and Skyrim, I don't know. I'm eager to see if this is evolved in the right way.
We may also get another Elder Scrolls game announcement. Maybe
that is in the works. I don't think they talk about that at all. And honestly, until Starfield is like done its thing.
Because like to the chat's point, Hurricane Tron Starfield is supposed to be like Skyrim in space. You know, so,
which is cool.
What else could you do?
I just want a modern Skyrim. If that makes sense. Like, that's what I'm
futuristic, almost maybe.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the other side of the coin. Jerica, do you want to take this next bit of news from PlayStation?
Yes. I thought this update was actually supposed to come out this week or last week.
And the article we have is from PlayStation Blog, so directly from them.
And I've already read this because I was really intrigued by like, hey, what does this mean?
Yeah. Please explain, because I don't know what's going on.
I might not be able to explain it too much. I just know it's a cool feature that's finally a thing. But variable refresh rate support for PS5 is rolling out this week. And this is sort of confusing because I thought I was expecting an update, which I think is still coming because this was a week ago. I haven't seen the update. Maybe I missed something, but I haven't seen the update. So variable refresh rate is coming to Call of Duty, Vanguard, Destiny 2, Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man Remastered, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil, and more. We are excited to announce that VRR, would be what I reference from here on out because that's a mouthful, will start rolling out globally to PS5 players this week on HDMI 2.1 VRR capable TVs and PC monitors. VRR dynamically syncs the refresh rate of the display to the PS5's console's graphical output. This enhances visual performance for PS5 games by minimizing or eliminating visual artifacts such as frame pacing issues and screen tearing. So it's going to have your PlayStation titles feel smoother, render scenes seamlessly. Graphics will look crisper, and input lag is reduced. Previously released PS5 games can be fully optimized for VRR through a game patch, and future games may include VRR support at launch. So I know I followed Insomniac, but I don't think the update to be able to like turn this on is out yet. So actually, this part of the article, let me explain. VRR will arrive globally through a PS5 update over the next few days. I haven't seen it. This was a week ago, so I don't know where it's at. So make sure you have it connected to the internet. Once you receive the update, VRR will automatically be enabled to support games if your PS5 console is connected to an HDMI 2.1 compatible TV or PC monitor. Might not be a lot of people out there with that kind of technology. Recently, I updated my TV in the living room. Got a beautiful new LG OLED, and it's just like the most gorgeous things I ever laid my eyes on. And it does support this, and I'm excited to see. I don't think this update is live, but I do follow Insomniac on Insomniac on Twitter, and they have rolled it out to the games.
Oh, nice.
Automatically. So when you boot up
Miles Morales
or Ratchet and Clank, you can go ahead and take it in all its 120 frames whatever
hertz,
whatever it's called. It's super smooth, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest, like between 60 and 120, sitting back from a living room TV, it's all you can tell a little bit of a difference, and it does help. It's not. It's personal preference here with taste, but it does look smoother.
Yeah.
but not like a huge difference. But
I mean,
I'm
that's
excited.
Fair. Yeah,
I'm excited to have this feature to be added in because you can choose to apply it to PS5 games that don't support it. So like the games I just mentioned do support it. It's automatically a feature, but you can turn there actually will be a feature where you can turn this on, and this may improve video quality for some games. Might make it worse. I don't know. That's not in this article. It's me. But regardless, it does depend on the TV that you have. If it supports HDMI 2.1, that's the biggest thing.
Understandable.
Yeah. I just rambled a lot about
nerdy hurts
stuff.
That's okay. It's interesting.
But it's cool. It's cool. I'm just eager to see when this update actually comes out because it for me it hasn't. I haven't seen it yet. And it was announced like last week.
Interesting. So. We'll see what happens with that. Jerica, will you take this next piece because I don't know anything about this, and I'll take the last piece.
It's just the first time reading about it live in front of people, but I've glanced at it. I just put it in there because it was important. Because there has been another big sell-off of the game company.
Bunch of purchases happening this year.
Yeah, you know? I'm sure this isn't the end. Which this one was sort of like, what? Okay. Square Enix sells off Tomb Raider. How do you say this? Is it Deus Ex? I forget. I don't know. Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix Montreal. So they Square Enix is selling off Western Studios EOS, Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix Montreal, as well as the franchises that developed those games I just mentioned. The $300 million deal will give Embracer, the Embracer Group has bought them, will give the Embracer Group ownership of more than 50 back catalog games from Square Enix's library and will affect 1,100 employees across 3 studios.
Wow.
Sweden-based Embracer already owns publishing and development studios Gearbox, THQ Nordic, Saber Interactive, Deep Silver, lots of things.
Dang.
So,
that's a lot.
Anywho, I could keep reading, but it looks like those franchises will be under a new umbrella. And also, if you are following games from EOS Montreal, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. And Crystal Dynamics mostly release Marvel's Avengers. So those are some studios that, what will happen? I don't know. I don't know enough about any of this. I'm just reading it because it's news.
So wait, they produced Guardians of the Galaxy? Mm-hmm. You said? Wow. That's a pretty big title. Interesting. We'll see what happens with that. I wonder what they plan to do with
Crystal Dynamics. It's an interesting one because I feel like the Tomb Raider, right? The most recent Tomb Raider trilogy was done by Crystal Dynamics and was actually really good. Those were fun games. I never beat the second or third, but the first one I played was actually really fun. So I don't know. I guess I'm sure nothing happens. I feel like I thought I read a rumor about a new Tomb Raider game coming from Crystal Dynamics. I don't know how much of that is true, but I'm sure they will make another Tomb Raider game at some point because they were too good. I don't want them to be done.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not done. There's a lot to do there.
Oh, here we go. Late for Lunch has some deets here. Tomb Raider alone seems like that would be worth that much. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's a good point. Yeah, it is a pretty big IP.
It was a big deal, and I'm really surprised they haven't continued making those kinds of games. I guess I don't know. I would definitely play another Tomb Raider. So
cool. Well, our last bit of news before we head into just me talking a little bit about Overwatch. This seems a little too good to be true to me. If you guys know me, or if you've been listening to the podcast for any amount of time, I'm a pretty big Disney fan. I really enjoy sim games. So you would think that this would be like the best of both worlds for me. It's a mashup of Disney characters and like a life simulator kind of game. I love sim games. I love indie sim games. Anything to do with that I find very interesting and very fun. So this new game that got announced only maybe last week, a couple days ago around then. This article specifically I have is from Games Radar, but it's all over the internet because it's Disney and a lot of people are talking about it. And it's also free to play as well, Jerica, which is another interesting thing. But microtransactions, you got to think about that for sure. Dreamlight Valley is what it's called. So Dreamlight Valley is a free-to-play mashup of Disney and The Sims. Live out your most magical dreams and go fishing with Goofy.
Dreamed about that last night.
I love that that's the tagline. If you've ever wanted to live out your magical Disney fantasies, you'll be able to do that soon with Disney Dreamlight Valley. This new free-to-play sim adventure, born from a partnership between Disney and developer Gameloft, challenges players to restore a village to its former glory. So it sounds very similar to Stardew Valley, because you kind of come into this old, like, decrepit farm to, like, you know.
So, and then probably Goofy and Donald are just gonna, like, be really mean to you and be like, you should get a job and start fixing our farm.
Yeah.
And not like any of the gifts you give them.
So the Bearded Bug said Disney's going to cash in on those microtransactions, and Late from Lunch said Kayla is on this game. Yeah, no, this sounds like my perfect game, but I'm a little sus of it. I'm a little sus.
You just see a few dollar bills slide under Kayla's door.
Yeah.
Talk about the Disney game. Yeah, keep talking about it.
Yeah, just gonna keep going. Convenient, you know, on Star Wars Day they were talking about this, you know. Challenges players to restore a village to its former glory. I already said that. After a strange event called the Forgetting. Ooh, that sounds kind of creepy. The village is in dire need of assistance, and only you can help. You and a bunch of cartoon characters, anyway. You'll have to work alongside a variety of Disney and Pixar characters, both heroes and villains, to help them regain their lost memories. Interesting.
How'd they lose their memories? I need to know.
The Forgetting, you know? As they remember who they once were, you'll in turn learn about the Dreamlight Valley and the secrets behind the Forgetting. Interesting. So it seems like it's just a little weird that it's a free to play. I feel like there's gonna be something. I mean, this is Disney, you know. So expect Dreamlight Valley to touch down in early access this summer. Okay. On PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, Switch, PC, and Mac. Wow, that's a lot.
I mean, we will check it out. Like,
I'm intrigued.
What it is. Let's see.
This is a recipe, you know, cauldron altogether, of exactly what you would think I would like. So we'll see. I don't know why I'm so suspicious, but I am.
Let's see if you like all the things. And if all the things are there, do you really like it? Or is it going to be too much? Like,
I don't know.
You're just like, this is too much fun. I'm just fishing with Goofy and it's just too much for me to bear. So like, I'm so excited all the time.
The full free-to-play release is expected in 2023. There's no exact release date just yet, so you might want to wish on a star for the next one. Wow. That's really funny.
I don't trust that. I might forget.
Yeah.
How do you know how everybody's what is it, a fruit on the island that is causing people to forget what's happening?
So Late from Lunch said, is this a sponsored segment? No, I wish Disney was sponsoring us, for God's sake. That would be funny. We would be doing this way more often if Disney was sponsoring us.
Hell yeah. We'll talk about this game every episode, every beginning, middle, and end. Let's go.
The Bearded Bug said, I will 100% be playing this, though. So will I. I hope it's good. I really do. I do. Hurricane Tron said, they'll get you eventually with the purchase. A recipe for financial disaster for Kayla. Yep, this is my downfall. We'll see what those microtransactions look like, you know? Might have to play in. I gotta admit, I have a confession. I've spent money on Fortnite. I know.
I was playing on it as soon as I hopped on. Like, there's one costume I really want, and I'm gonna get it when we start playing.
I normally don't buy skins for things.
What'd you get? So
I got the battle pass, actually.
Of course, really isn't. Yeah. It's a good deal.
It's not that much. I forget exactly how much it was. Hunter, if Hunter's watching, he'll have to tell me. Hunter's the one who's got me onto this. Okay, he loves Fortnite. Hunter's my husband. If you're new to this show, but apparently today they released Star Wars skins, so I might have to hop on after this and buy those because I think that'd be cool. Yeah, Hurricane Tron said, I mean, they have every skin, so it's hard not to. Yeah, I haven't actually gone in.
Everybody's in there.
I haven't actually gone in and bought individual skins. I just bought the Battle Pass, so I guess that technically doesn't count. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Jerica, is there any other news you can think of, or do you want to have me talk a little bit about Overwatch?
Yeah, I can lead this segment sort of asking you a few questions from someone that played a little bit of Overwatch, but not a whole lot. But I am interested in like how this beta that you participated in and got to play a little bit of, how Overwatch has evolved, if it has. So, hey, first impressions of Overwatch.
Yeah.
Give them to me.
Yeah. So I have played the original Overwatch for a while. It has been really fun to play it and kind of like see it evolve. I think that it's been time for an updated version. And so the way that this has actually come about, it's kind of interesting. They've announced that a long time ago that Overwatch 2 was coming. And only in the past, I think like a year or so, did they kind of elaborate what that was going to look like. And they announced the closed beta pretty recently. There was an email sign up you could do. And so I signed up for, let me talk about the process. Just start off with that on like how I got into the beta. So it is a closed beta, but what is interesting is there was the option through Twitch to actually watch a verified, like they had to be on a list to do this, to do a drop. And, you know, I'm not super familiar with Twitch, but I found this really cool. So if you watched a streamer that was like on the list of verified people that were like doing this event, if you watched their stream for 4 hours between like a certain amount of time, you only had a small window. So you only had like a six to 8 hour window to watch 4 hours of the stream in order to gain access to the beta if you did not get the email invite. I know that sounds confusing, but hopefully you're tracking. So I signed up for the email, did not get an official invite. Oh my gosh, Late from Lunch is highlighting his messages. Hunter said it's $9 for the Battle Pass for Fortnite, by the way. Thank you for that.
That's not, yeah. That's fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, yeah, so I didn't get the initial email invite. Our friend of the show, Josh, actually got an email invite. Oh, hi. Play Along Pod said, hey, JK Games, hope you're doing well. Thank you.
As well as we can be. I keep biting my lips, so other than that, I'm fine. And probably need a few extra hours of sleep tonight.
Thanks for coming. Right now, we're talking about Overwatch 2 beta. We talked a lot about, you know, news and other things earlier, so you should go back and listen if you would like. Yeah, so I'm going to be honest, I did not watch the whole stream. I had it on my desktop while I was doing things. And so I just had it running in the background. But what happened, it was really cool. So I had to watch the stream, and then it immediately gave you a drop. And I'm doing that in air quotes because like that's just the term that they use. So it gives you like a
sneakers.
Link. Yeah. So I already have a Battle.net account, which is like the PC download system, like the kind of interface you have to have for Blizzard. So I had Overwatch 1 already installed. So you had to have a Battle.net account and you had to have a Twitch account. And then they would like send you an email link to like sign up for this closed beta if you watched a certain amount of stream hours. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I downloaded it, got access to it, tried to stream it, didn't work out. But I did record it and put it on our YouTube channel if you want to see the actual gameplay. But yeah, so first impressions, it's really good. I really like it. It feels better than Overwatch 1. It feels better. Yes. Did
they change up like any of like, I guess the button mapping or any kind of new moves or anything like that?
No. I play on PC, so like buttons, I'm not sure, but like as far as like the movement direction is the same.
Your little keyboard and mouse player now. Ooh, you're so clickety clackety. I'm not making fun of you. Audrey is literally, sorry, I didn't mean to derail this, but
you're
real quick.
Clickety clackety.
Audrey, my girlfriend, is addicted to keyboards now. Yeah. She has like 4 or 5 now. She got another one the other day.
I need her to make me one. I would love that.
She's swapping the swaps and lubing. She's getting thing about lubing up things. And I'm like, whoa.
Oh, thanks for late from lunch. Subscribed with Prime. Oh,
woo! Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what happens when you subscribe. You hear about the lubes and the
clickety
what did we talk
clackety.
about? The clickety clacks.
Yeah. Clickety clack, don't stop. Anywho, yes, I want I want like a real keyboard. Yes, Jerica, what are you saying?
I'm done. I'm sorry to derail you. I'm sorry. Anyways, you're a keyboard mouse player now. You are the best. I hear you.
Shut up. No.
How does it feel different?
Okay, so it's hard to explain in my little pea brain terms.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding. It feels, the UI is different, so the user interface, like it feels smoother. So in Overwatch 1, like I like the mechanics, everything feels good. There's no like new movement like options in Overwatch 2, but like everything feels a little bit more streamlined. And the audio, Lee from Lunch actually was talking about this. We had a group together. The cool thing is you can actually do co-op in this closed beta too. So like you could play with friends. It's still going on. You can't get into it anymore, but like I can continue to play it now that I have access until I think it's like May 16th. So I'd like to play a little bit more.
You gotta try again. I want to see this. I want to watch it.
I will try to get that stream working. For some reason, it just wasn't working for me. But the audio design has gotten some updates. So like the sound quality, I feel like, has greatly increased. What's interesting is there is not only a new character, her name is Sojourn, and she is badass. She's so cool. She has a railgun, and she has some like really cool abilities. She feels kind of like an Apex character. So like she feels kind of like, if you guys play Apex, she feels kind of like Bangalore. She has a really good movement mobility, and she can slide. She has a really cool slide option as like one of her abilities. And so she has a railgun, which the gun itself feels very, you do have to be really good at aiming, which I'm not necessarily the best at. But her gun is really cool. So she's brand new. She will be new to Overwatch 2. And then a lot of the characters also got updates. So some of the characters are completely different than they were in Overwatch 1. For example, Orisa is one of the tank characters. She has totally different abilities now, and she's really fun to use. She has like a javelin that she uses to throw at people. I played as her a lot, so I have some clips of that I have up. And then another character that's gotten some changes is Diva is another popular character that's gotten some changes. Her defense matrix that she uses lasts longer. You know, some tweaks here and there. Sombra is another character that has a lot of changes. I play a lot of them in the demo that I put up. Play Along Pod said, I'm very interested in PvE mode. I know this wasn't in the beta, but probably one of the more exciting additions. I agree. There's also going to be a campaign in Overwatch 2, which is super cool. That's something totally new to Overwatch. So I'm excited to see what that looks like. I'm trying to delete,
so I'm messing up. I'm trying to fix something. You can't see it, Kayla, but I'm trying. It's not okay. There's like a box on my face now.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Here we go. I'm just trying to do one thing.
Oh, I'm still chatting.
That's pretty cool. So keep talking. If I'm looking away, I apologize.
That's all right. I can talk for a while about this.
Here we go.
It was really
got
fun.
it.
Oh, did you get your thing up?
That's what she said.
Oh,
sorry. I'm actually trying to pull up your first impressions video.
Aww.
Real quick, so it plays. I think I got it pulled up so people can see while we're chatting about it.
You're just gonna play the video?
I'm trying here. You know, I'm just a noob. I'm just a noob here.
The Bearded Bug said the new Orisa abilities look really cool. Yeah, she's really neat. She's one of my favorites, so I like the updates they did to her. And again, this is a beta, so like when you're watching this, know that like some of that could change. I'm sure they're kind of working out the kinks, but I imagine the overall. Oh yeah, it's up. Thanks, Jerica.
I'm working on it.
Aww. Moira is one of my favorite characters. I love her. She hasn't gotten much change. There's some visual things. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like this is a weird thing to notice, but the font I think looks better in like all of their UI. They changed the font, like how the colors look different. Play Along Pod said, oh yes, excited for Orisa. I played her a bit. Yeah, she's super cool. Mercy got a couple of changes as well. And also Zarya has some. A lot of the players got little tweaks, not necessarily like what you would consider a nerf, which like a nerf in Overwatch is considered like, kind of making them a little less powerful. And then a buff would be like kind of increase their abilities, make them a little bit more powerful. So there's a little bit of both there, kind of intertwined.
It won't play. I apologize for anyone trying to watch. Technical difficulties. It won't play unless I'm like hovering over the button.
Oh,
so I'm just
playing a little bit.
It's playing a little bit. I'm about to fix it to where it just looks right. Okay, I think we're okay. Okay, Kayla, hey, we're seeing some gameplay from your video now.
Nice.
Looks sort of weird and dumb, but hey. And you get some free advertisement for JK Games Podcast, how to find us on YouTube. This is how you do it. Just type this in.
We're learning, so here's a little bit of gameplay here. It's not, so I'm watching not completely live, so it might not be on the same thing, but this is, I believe, showing me playing Mora. Another cool thing is there's a couple of new maps to the game, which haven't been added really recently, and there's a totally new game mode that at least that you can access in the beta. And again, the beta is only the PV5 option. So 5 versus 5. It was previously in Overwatch 1, 6 versus 6. So they removed one player from each team to where now you have team dynamics are really big in Overwatch. There's the Overwatch Professional League, which is like a big thing. Jarek, have you ever watched that? Like the Overwatch League stuff?
No, I have. It would probably just, I'd be like, what's happening?
They're like super professional, like really like Olympic style gamers. It's really fun to watch.
I'm always impressed when people have every single like point on a map like able to call it out.
Yeah,
like that's another level of expertism.
Yeah,
it's not
super
word,
cool.
But that's why I'm just like, wow, that's impressive.
Well, one thing that I really like about Overwatch is the team dynamics. So like that has changed a little bit with this new game because you have different classes available now. So you can only have one tank character, which is like your heavier character, the character that kind of leads the pack as far as damage goes. Like kind of the bulky character. Every character got an increase in HP, so an increase in health. And so that's been an interesting dynamic. So one tank character, 2 DPS character, which is damage characters. So those are the ones that primarily, kind of like chip away, like damage and things like that. They're usually a little bit quicker. They have a lot of different abilities. So that's cool there. And then you have one support character. No, 2 support characters. I'm sorry. And I really like support characters. I love being healers in games. I think it's just fun, especially when you have like a healer that can do healing and damage at the same time, which is why I like Mora so much. And why I'm a big fan of Lifeline and Apex, because she is a pretty good support character. So some changes are happening. One thing that I will note is I'm very impressed with it so far. I think it runs great. In summary, I'm definitely going to be getting it. I think that it's going to be really fun. I really am excited for the campaign, which we haven't even got a taste of yet.
Yeah, I wonder what that's going to entail. Like,
I have no idea.
Is it are they going to bring the same activity to like just with the storytelling aspect, or is it going to be like are you in an open world? Is it linear? Like, what are they going to do? I don't know. I'm eager to see like what that means, because that's the part I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of it, but like I don't know. Maybe I'll get back into it.
You should try it
from the jump, since I'll have friends playing.
Here's the thing.
Now
that's interesting here. So from what I understand, Overwatch 2 is going to be a brand new game. It's going to have the campaign. It's going to have the new PvP stuff. But Overwatch 1 is actually going to get a free update when this game comes out, and will allow you to basically have all of the Overwatch 2 stuff except the campaign, from what I understand. Which is a little weird if you think about it.
It is weird. Huh.
Okay. So I think from what I understand, if you just want to have the new PvP options, then you can get that with Overwatch 1 and with the free update. I think what you can't get is the campaign, which only comes with the second game, and I think the new characters you can only play with the second game. But I think there's more information to come with that. So
that sort of makes sense, because like there's a game base still there that will probably be there forever. there's always interesting to see when they finally turn off servers to certain games and like to see people like still playing until it turns off. But
Yeah. Like
that would be something.
Titanfall.
This is another avenue. Yeah, this is another avenue to have people play in, and why would you get rid of it at that
And buy
point?
things.
But give them like the new maps and stuff. But like not all the bells and whistles. You'd have
Yeah.
to upgrade to this. It makes sense. Like that's a smart. I think that's a smart move. by
I
them.
agree. I think it is too. It's interesting. I thought it was an interesting move. But again, I don't know exactly what that's going to entail. I don't know exactly what you get with the update, but I do know there is going to be a free update that includes some of the things that you would get in the second game. But I'm getting the second game. I've already decided. The beta has really impressed me. For the most part, it's ran pretty smoothly, aside from me trying to stream. For some reason, it wasn't working properly, but the actual using it was working perfectly fine. Like, even the queue times weren't that bad, honestly. I think the most I had to wait was like 5 minutes, like maybe 10. Yeah.
I have a question because I'm thinking like they are doing this a little bit differently, but this is a different type. Like, Overwatch is not free to play.
Correct, yeah.
You have to pay for it, which might be why it's sort of releasing in this way. But I definitely think they will adopt something similar to like what Destiny does. Because like honestly, I'm thinking back of like if they were to do a Destiny 3, I would be upset at this point because I've put so many hours into in Destiny 2. And like the jump from even Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, it needed to happen. But man, like Destiny 2's been way more jam-packed. I don't think they'll ever do like a Destiny 3. I think they're just going to keep adding and building and having expansions every year where I pay $40, $50 for an expansion, get a whole lot of new content, but I'm still playing Destiny 2. Like, I feel like that's something that they're going to probably, like, you can still play Destiny 1 if you wanted to. It's still there. Why would you not have that? It's attracting players. Leave it in there. But I bet they do that with Overwatch because, you know, Destiny is not free to play, but you just buy it once and there's always something new to play.
Yeah.
And there's a season pass that you could participate in. So
that's a good point. I wonder if
it makes sense. I bet they
like
I bet Overwatch 2 is just in. They just grow from there.
Now, something that Late from Lunch said is it feels really weird that Overwatch isn't free to play yet.
Yeah, and I'm like, if they're gonna stick to this this model, they're gonna have to really keep it at a place where like it's obviously people are playing it, but how do they continue to make money? And I know they do the skins and stuff in the first one, right? They have skins you can purchase.
Skins
and then,
are a big deal in this game. Yeah.
But I wonder how they combine the I guess would the selling point be then the campaign at this point?
I think so.
Like,
I think
would that be another? Would they keep adding to that? Like I could see them just adding more and more story to it, like new, like almost a season with that too, like they do with Destiny. Like the Witch Queen's a whole other story mode that I get to play through each year. There's always some new big add-on with the story. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if they do that with that Overwatch. Like that'd be cool.
That's a good point. I think so. Also, like you said earlier, and like I was saying, like I have no idea what the actual campaign is going to look like. Is it open world? Is it RPG style? Is it like looter shooter style? Like I don't know. I've got no idea. But what I know that they're really good at building a story within this world. There's a lot of lore to this game. There's a lot of connections. Like all the characters are tied in. Like this new character Sojourn is like has been featured before in like one of the first animations that they made. Like everything ties back in together. So that's a really good point. I think that maybe they'll like have seasons as far as the campaign even goes. Like, okay, maybe this one's all about Diva or like this one's all about Orisa. Like each character maybe gets their own moment.
Imagine like what I've always wanted from Overwatch, what I've always enjoyed is like the cinematic trailers for the characters, and like there's comics out there, which is really cool. I'd love for them to do like some kind of character focus, like every few months you get a new like little mini mission or like storyline that you get to play through with the character. That'd be awesome.
I could see that for sure. I hope that's what it is. I would enjoy that the most, I think.
It'd be fun. They have a lot of if that is what they decide to do, like they could be putting out a new game all the time.
Yeah. I really think that there's some opportunity there because there's cute, like tons of graphic novels, comics, like whole world of things that they could do. So I don't know. I'm excited. My first impressions were good. I'm really looking forward to continuing playing a little bit more, kind of getting my feet wet. The only thing is there's still no word on a date, like at all. No mention.
And something else I forget, like it's Microsoft now. Like, is it gonna be like, I would assume on Game Pass, like if I'm paying for Game Pass, like I should be able to download this and play, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right? Am I thinking straight here? Like, it's sort of weird, but I think I'm onto something. That's gonna be a thing.
Ooh, I mean, yeah. Unless there's some previous deal, maybe, I don't know. But it would have to be in Game Pass, I would feel. I would think. Yeah, that's really all I gotta say. If you guys want to watch the full YouTube video, you can. Thank you, Jerica, for the little promo that you did.
It looked sort of bad. It wasn't working like I intended, so I blocked out a lot of the video for a minute. So I apologize, viewers. So,
but yeah, thank you guys. We got a couple of subs, as they say. So thank you guys for that. That's really
late
cool.
from lunch, Hurricane Tron. Thank you so much for the subs.
But that's all from us today. We are thankful for you guys that watched us live, for listening after the fact. Hope you had a great May 4th. Hopefully, maybe they'll drop some weird May 5th news. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a
Cinco de Mayo. Let's go.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange comes out tomorrow, so let's
go. Yeah. Jerica, you're going to see that tomorrow, aren't you?
I am.
Ooh. I'm not going to be able to see it until next week. So hopefully I don't see any spoilers. I'm trying to stay off Twitter as much as possible because of
Mute those words, girl.
I need to do that.
Just mute the words.
For sure. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We will see you next time.
We'll see you next time. And yes, late from lunch, I will definitely join y'all on the PC one night soon. With my clickety clacks and my lubed up keys. We'll do this one day, and I can't think of a word to rhyme, so I'm done now.
Lubed up
All
keyboard.
Yeah.